Good morning, multipliers.
Good morning, Judah. Good morning, multipliers. Good morning, everybody out there. It's Monday. Judah, I am not a Monday person.
No.
I am not at all. You know, and so Mondays are trouble to get through, but you know how I usually get through the day with a Monday? Music! Music! You see, I am a music lover. I am horribly not gifted at music in any way, shape, or form. I am not gifted in music. You will admit to this, right?
No. No, I mean, he can't play any instruments.
I can't play any instruments.
But he can sing decent.
I can sing like an angel, alright?
And
Simon Cowell only heard me? No, it's true. I'm not the best singer. I'm not the best at that. That's not a gift God gave me. He did not give me that. But music is something I love. And today we're talking about Christian music has come a long way. But it's come a long way. We're going to look at some of those things of where we came from. Number one here, Judah, is the singing evangels. Now, this is obviously a mother, a husband and wife, and their... What was that? This is obviously a husband and wife and their son. That was actually important. Hopefully didn't break it. So they are dressed all in the same outfit. They're the eternal journey. Guys, I mean, okay. If you want to start a family band, more power to you. But think about these things.
And
attire.
Maybe don't wear matching glasses.
Don't be so creepy. Basically, I'm just gonna say,
you're trying to be creepy, they just are.
But this is one of those other ones too. This is the faith tones. Jesus, use me. And I don't know what these people are thinking. I mean, they're obviously wearing matching over dresses thingies.
They got crazy hair going on.
And they got that hair going like, what? That's what our problem is, though, is honestly, I think we're not hitting the interwebs hard enough because we don't have the bigger hair. I cut my hair. You leave your hair down. If we pop it up, if we give some fluff to it, maybe we can be Jesus, use me. And he will. You know what I mean? But this one is one of those really weird ones too. Some of these are just downright creepy. The Unseen Hand, Charla and Tommy McNeil. And it's them floating in space. McNeely, sorry. And they're being hovered under a like ghost hand. And then he's like...
And then him and his sister are like awkwardly holding.
And there's like, our mom's making us do this. We don't like it that much. But
it's one thing if they're like 5-year-olds holding hands, but they're like teenagers.
They're probably, she's probably 13, he's probably 12, maybe 11. Yeah, it's just don't do it. Just don't do it. Same thing here. Guide me, Lord. The joyful sounds. And once again, the hair here, guys, is insanity.
I also don't see why they all think they have to wear the same outfit.
You know, but that's the thing. You gotta coordinate. Now, this boy bands and all these bands have gotten away from One Direction. They don't even look like their shoes match a shirt. You know, and these people are like, no. We're doing it right. We're gonna rock the exact same outfit. Because we walk in the room and be like, that's the Joyful Sounds. Because they look at them and know they're a group. They know that's them. See, you and me, we walk in a place, match people like, whoa. Who are those guys? They match. We don't match today, although we do have the same shirt.
I have that shirt.
And if we did, once again, taken on the interwebs because we match, because they know it's us. Just saying. Now, there is going to be a stream of these in here. This is like, I don't understand what this trend in Christian music at the point, or whatever this is, but it is Uncle D talks with Charlie and Sheila. Now, do not do dummy pictures like this. It's just cool. It's weird. It's in some like weird cathedral looking thing. They're wearing, I mean, what is he wearing? The little dummy plus him with the scarf. Like it's just like, this is like invite me in the basement stuff and like, I mean, I'm just creeped out. Like, no thank you, sir. No thank you, Uncle D. I do not want to talk. All right? Now there's a stream this one's Don't Pity Me. Now this one is Chris and Miskel and Betty Baker. Now, I gotta say, Don't Pity Me is probably saying, don't pity me just because my wife and I have the same haircut.
And you're taller than me.
And the same outfit. Well, he's probably on a stool.
That could be a lady, I guess.
That's a man. It's Chris.
I mean, there's ladies.
That's a guy. That is a man if I've ever seen one. That is a man, and he's got a nice guitar. He's got a Gibson Hummingbird, so that's nice, but that's about all he's got going for him. Once again, the matching thing. I mean, like, they get it. I just don't do it, guys.
I mean, for the picture, I think he could have at least stood on like a little step stool.
Something. Now, just something. Now, this one's just called, this is another dummy one, but this one's in particular. It's not just a dummy one, Judah, because it's got 2 dummies. This is Rapture, is the name of it. Rapture, with Grace and Wilburn Thrush, or something like that. So, this one, there's 2 dummies, there's a dog puppet, there's a full-size person in a dog costume, and I don't even know what that one is. Then on the side here, she's wearing some like weird get-up. This has just got all sorts of weird into it. Like, don't invite these people to your church because they going, I don't know what they're gonna do, but it's weird. Like, Christian music's going along with. Now this one I cannot leave out because it is Amen, Eric, and
Beverly Message.
Now, this one, not only do they look like they're a couple,
Yeah,
but
the
he's
puppet
a puppet,
the human.
and they're all like, it's like, what's up? I love you. And it's like, what? Okay, that's a puppet, not a human being. No, I mean, that is just. And I like how Eric's is in big words and she's like blending in the bottom. Like, this is about Eric, alright? She is in love with Eric. It's like, I bet that's someone she loved before his hair kind of thing. Like,
It's like
that was Cletus's hair and we put it on Eric. I don't know.
That's creepy.
Now this one's my brain, the Karatist Preacher, God's Power. Now this one is a soundtrack to his show, I don't know, but it's literally this guy rocking an all-out gear. I mean, look at him. He is decked out, girl.
It could be an interesting soundtrack, just like hiya.
It's like, but yeah, it's probably got like a boom, da, da, boom, boom. Ah, Jesus loves you. Just like these bricks, sin can't be kept back from you and the Lord. He will break right through it. It's like, oh, preacher, come on, Jesus.
I wish we had clips from each of these so we could like play them.
That would be
That would
great.
cool.
And if you have one, although I think when these were on video cameras weren't quite as,
Well, no,
but-
I mean like audio.
That's true. We get
That'd
some
be
audio.
cool.
That would be fantastic. Now this one is God's chosen puppet, and once again, creepy. Like, Jesus ain't creepy. Church ain't supposed to be creepy. Although I will give you, a lot of churches are creepy at night. But
Yeah.
the thing is, this is just weird. It's like I'm all tied up with something up there. God's not holding no strings, darling. He ain't holding no strings. So.
Which I see what they were going for.
Oh, I see it. I see the vision. I just think it's like I see it and you were like aiming here and you went about 5 feet in front and like I missed it by a lot more than 5 feet. But just totally wrong. That's just totally weird. Just weird. Now this one, once again, Judah, so much wrong on so many cotton picking levels.
This one's my favorite.
He touched me. And it's just a little boy sitting there. His name is Greg Kendrick.
He's not smiling. He's just like.
He looks uncomfortable and
He looks like.
and he's in like some like arbor, I don't know, like some nature center, and he's not outside because you can see windows behind him. Like, it's obviously Mama's like, listen, we gonna get your album cover today, buddy. Let's just go down to the Bass Pro Shop,
Yeah.
and we gonna put you in the corner. Just stay there. And like and I don't get it. But this name is horrible. What were you thinking? I mean, I understand not everybody has like a mind, but that was bad.
Yeah,
Nope.
yep.
So bad. Now this one's even worse. This is Neil Grant's Vosburg, God's Best. And I'm telling you what, all that red.
It's a lot of red.
Now I know we're washing the blood, but man, you put a little too much red. I don't know. Just, it's all sorts of. He just looks funky and weird. And
It might be a girl, sweetie.
no, it's Neil. Neil. It's Neil. It's a guy. It's a guy. Now this is Satan is Real by the Lovin' Brothers. Now, I don't understand you make an album about this as a Christian.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't understand why you'd want to listen to an album. It's like as kids, you're like, it's like here, honey, I'm gonna put this album on for you. I bought it from the church store over down the street here. And it's like, bum bum bum. And the kid's in his bed, like getting ready for it. Like, this is a nice tone. It's like, Satan is real, son. Don't you worry, he's real. It's like,
He's everywhere.
he's everywhere. Don't turn around. He's around the bend, just waiting to snatch you up. It's just like,
Creepy.
Mama, Now this one's even scarier though, because this is the Barren Cross BC Rock for the King. Now they look like they're trying to go all 80s hairband on us, and I appreciate the effort, guys. But once again, this is just this. I mean, words can't describe.
I think my mom had that hairstyle.
Did she?
Yeah.
Like the hat, like the fro on top, the half down, or
Yeah, like these curly things, like with the like just poofy, and
my
that's
mom
like,
kind of did too.
that's
actually.
that's like a woman hairstyle.
But like it is like not alone that they're like, listen, mom, just put a bunch of shirts together. We don't really care how they
Put them
work.
all up.
Like one of their moms made these outfits. Like they did. Like they went to their mom, well, whichever one's mom was kind of like the cool mom, and we're like, hey, sew these, and she did something. I don't know, it's the Barren Cross. Why barren? Like barren means nothing's there. Like I mean, Jesus is
like maybe
risen.
you're supposed to be bearing it.
No, but it's barren. Like
Oh.
it's weird, all the way around. It's just too strange. Now, honestly, here's the thing too. Christian music has progressed a lot. Michael W. Smith was like the big guy back in the day. This is like one of his first. My mom actually has this album. Like I've seen it in person. Like she has it, and I'm not a huge Michael W. Smith fan, but he was like the original fanboy when Christian music started like normalize a little bit. And then there was like Amy Grant, and now she's like, I think she's married to, like Vince Gill or something like that now, or something like that, some star. But she's so like even back then, like I mean his socks matched the wall. Like you can see they were going for it hardcore. But I think by far the best is Skillet. Now Skillet, if you probably heard of them, they're a big band. We saw them a couple weeks ago actually on Christian's Weekend. So you can see John Carmack's hair is beyond weird. Beyond. And it's like one of those things, you can see him like where he's like normally and what he was back then, and it just doesn't make it's just like weird. I mean, like I'm just glad Christian music has come as far as it was. Like now we have bands like Royal Taylor, Casting Crowns, Thousand of the Crutch. Skillet's good too now. Lecrae, Triple E. There's a lot of good stuff. I'm so glad we live in this era of Christian music and not back in the day.
Yes.
When we had to listen to He Touched Me by Greg Benedict or whatever his name was. We've come a long way, guys. But let us know, guys, if you know a funny album cover. I wish I could have included it. One of the song leaders at our old church, my parents are still there. He still sings there, actually. Aaron Yelton has the Swing That Gospel Axe, and it's a pretty darn funny cover. Like, he actually made, like, the Tonight Show before for, like, one of the funny
really?
album covers. Like, it was
funny.
Pretty funny. But on to the focus, guys. And you know, this is the time where Jude and I like to level with you guys about what God's doing in our life, what's going on. And so what's been going on in my life recently is I've had to make me and you have had to make a lot of choices. I had to put my 2 weeks in at my job, so like now I'm trying to find a new job before that job ends, while I'm still working there. We're just like trying to find God's best and do our best to do God's best. You know, and like that's something I debated on telling you guys like on here, but I think it's one of those things where we level with each other. We have like a real conversation, and like life's not always pretty, you know, and like we feel called to do this right here. But like in the meantime, it's like we have to work still and do all this stuff, and there's this whole element for me of uncertainty. You know, this whole night I've been kind of feeling down all day, you know what I mean, and stuff all morning here, and like, you know, struggling to kind of like keep my head above water, because, you know, it's not that I'm scared. Like, I know God's going to take care of me. I got job leads. I'm not worried about that at all, really. But it's like, this is what I want to do right here. I want to like go around and tell people about Christ and like be able to reach this massive audience on here. And what I'm trying to say here, guys, is basically like level as far as what's going on with you probably, is like sometimes you feel like your life's on pause, or maybe you feel like you want something so much better than what you're doing, and you think to yourself, how can I reach there? What can I do to get there? But the thing is, God's timing is not our timing. You know, that's the thing God always reminds me when I go through this stuff, when I start, you know, getting frustrated and saying, God, why is this happening? Why am I not here? Why is this not going on? But like, he's preparing the way. He's preparing the door, the place for you to go. And though it may not make sense right now where you're at in your life, God's really doing something. And like, as long as we seek Him, like it says in Psalms 37, that the steps of a godly man are ordered by the Father. That like when we step and we follow God and we trust God, He'll bring us through. He will. But it takes a lot of trust. And it's not always easy. It's not always fun. But when we get there, it's worth it.
And it may not always turn out the way you were planning on, but usually it's better than what you would have even planned yourself. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I feel like you have to be willing to not get exactly what you want to. That's the big thing, yeah.
Be open, yeah.
Because if you're not open for God's best, if you're not open for if I think to myself, my best is like this, I have a vision of what I want, and I say, that's what I want, God, to a T, this thing, but it's not actually good. Like when I was a kid, I remember lots of things I thought I wanted to, it was this, like when I was like 9 years old, I wanted this like Yu-Gi-Oh! Arm thingy that you could play cards on. It was like your whole deck could go on your hands. I thought it was so cool. I was gonna spend all my birthday money. My mom's like, no, you're not getting that. I was like, Mom, it's the coolest thing ever. I'm gonna use it forever because it's so cool. And then I stopped playing like that next week. You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes we get in our mind that we think this is perfect, and then next week it changes. And that's what God sees. He doesn't just see next week. He sees next year. He sees the end of our life. He sees what comes after that. God sees all ends of what we're going to be. So that's the beauty of being a Christian, is to know you follow a great God who has a plan, who is understanding, who's going to do it. And that's what's amazing about being a Christian.
Who sees the bigger picture.
Sees bigger than what I can, you know. And so that's kind of our focus today, guys, because that's what God's doing in my life. Like, I'm being brutally honest with you about what God's doing here. Like, we're seeking His best. We know this is what we're called to do. Really, it is. But like, in the meantime, does that mean we get depressed and stop moving and just because if I do that, I'm not going to get there, you know? And the thing is, it's like, I'm going to ramble for a second here, but it's like, I want to be a YouTuber. Like, I want to do this. I want to give other people out there the opportunity to experience this. I want to build a company of this. I want to do something really amazing. But if I just say, God, you're not doing it, and I give up, it's not like God's going to one day just give me 1 million subscribers. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm going to wake up if I don't do any work and keep moving forward. Even though it's not easy, it's just going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to get it from God, if you want us to receive His blessings, then you've got to continually walk when it's hard and not fun.
Right. And that's kind of one of those things, like I've told you before too, like sometimes, you know, when you're getting down and kind of in a rut from like doing the same things, you know, if we don't show God that we can be content where we're at, you know, why would He bless us and give us those blessings? He wants us to be content where we're at, you know what I mean? So He can use us. And so
it's like if you, yeah, exactly. I think you're 100% right, Judah. And I think that's truth. I think it's a great point. And I think it's just, guys, wait for God's best. He's doing it. He's working it out for you. And He has a plan for your life. All right? Good focus. Anything in closing, Judah?
I think we got it.
I think we hit it good. So, guys, thank you for coming back to this Monday. This was actually an episode we did before. It was the Lost episode a few weeks ago. And we shot it again because we thought it was funny. And so, probably, to be honest with you, the other one's probably a little bit better because it was our first reactions. But we really hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you liked the video. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. And guys, as always, I'm Dan.
And I'm Judah.
God bless.
We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.